if you're just before a battle focusing down those statues is really, really nice, but actually in a battle there's just bigger targets, and now the second statue being focused down as well. Blade Master taking a lot of damage, so being healed up by this level 4 Shadow Hunter with 480 maximum mana. That's just so much thanks to that Robe of the Magi, and TeD really just needs to be focusing on the units at this point. The Raider is the obvious choice, and TeD now with just his heroes, but we've seen how much he can do with heroes in the past, and this Tinker almost enough for another Pocket Factory, just as this one Pocket Factory runs out. That's really, really useful. And actually look at this, reinforcements coming in the form of an abomination, and are we seeing, we're not seeing any Kodos out for Violet, and Violet now yet again on the run, but bringing out one more Raider. He really needs to try and get some good position here, and TeD sort of giving it to him. TeD needs to be more careful. He does put up a frost armor on his Lich. Obviously 8 armor on that Lich is just really, really nice, especially against that Blade Master because of the slowing effect particularly, but also I mean all the extra armor is pretty useful as well. And as Peon now, I'm looking like he's going to try and build a Voodoo Lounge down there, but he's just being caught out there, and I think a Voodoo Lounge up here would actually be a much better choice, where TeD's unlikely to intercept it with all his reinforcements as well. And actually a reinforcement statue being caught out here, and this is a bit unfortunate for TeD, and he just really, if TeD had bought some more items in this game, I think he'd be doing a lot better, but he's still not doing too badly here, managing to chase down this Blade Master, who is actually a invuln pot. Oh, look at this Hex going off, and the Blade Master gonna try and get some more hits off. There he goes there, and the Death Knight, oh, he goes for a Death Factory, just misses it. Very, very nice here by Violet, and just perfect timing. Invuln pot now being used by this Blade Master. We don't have enough mana for any healing on the Shadow Hunter, but the Lich now taking a lot of damage, literally on the run, but does slow with every hit, apart from on that Shadow Hunter, who obviously is ranged attack, so it doesn't have the effect, but the Shadow Hunter does get the kill on the Lich, and now the Blade Master needs to be on the run, but TeD actually has passed over his orb to the Tinker. Excellent thinking in advance there, and that's just really, really smart play there by TeD, and now lots of focus going out on this Blade Master, but the two heroes of Violet have just done so much this game, and actually this one Spirit Walker could be focused down by the statue, but TeD just probably in too much panic mode at this point, really just having lost so much to so little, but Violet just doing so much with so little. I mean, just really, that isn't the effect of TeD microing particularly badly in any sense, but Violet just having some really nice control, showing why the Shadow Hunter is such a strong second hero, such a good accompaniment to the Blade Master, especially if Blade Master has items this good, plus 16 damage, and the boots of speed as well. Just really strong items here, really playing a huge role, and we can see Violet has actually been down on the unit count a whole lot this game because he spent so much on items, not only things like circlets, but also he's bought a whole bunch of invuln pots, and that's just sort of the decision he's decided to take. It's the sort of route he's taken his play in this game, just because you have a couple of choices, and this Blade Master now actually going to go for some focusing on these skeletons, but you can see he got one hit and then immediately ran away so that he can get the maximum effect of this orb, and still only sort of 4 units to accompany the two heroes of Violet. You know, TeD probably has a bit of a bigger army, but lesser heroes, yeah, like the Tinker, not even back yet. The Lich probably got to be Tavern back, and that's just not a position TeD wants to be in at this point. Actually only 2200 gold left in these mines, so maybe Violet now gearing up for an expansion. Certainly this one would be a bit of a surprise, but he probably could defend it at this point with his level 5 Shadow Hunter and almost level 5 Blade Master, soon to be level 5 Blade Master, with a Talisman of Evasion as well. It could be nice, especially against those fiends. And there we go, this Blade Master now hitting level 5, gonna have that level 3 critical strike, and I wonder if TeD's gonna do some shopping. We see he's gone to this shop here. Well, actually no, maybe he's gonna do some creeping. That's gonna be very aggressive to do this creeping when Violet could be anywhere with that Blade Master, and I don't think TeD has a shade on him, so yeah, he has no way of knowing unless he buys some dust right now, or maybe he's gonna buy a TP, just because obviously a base race now could be very, very bad if a couple raiders ran in, and yeah, TP being bought now for TeD, and a bunch of creeping being done without the Death Knight around, actually, which is a bit surprising because I guess sort of TeD's not planning on getting level 5 with the Death Knight soon. Actually, no, he brings it in eventually. I think, actually, in retrospect, it would be nice if he kept this Death Knight out of it, because, and I got his Tinker to level 3. Ooh, Orb of Darkness, not a great item there for that Tinker, but looks like actually, looks like Violet I thought was going to go for an attack, but it ended up not. Ooh, another Speech Gold being used there, taking out another 2 Ziggurats. That's just so devastating for TeD, who's just going to be supply blocked yet again. If we take a look, he's now at 46 out of 30, meanwhile Violet at 40 out of 50, so even though Violet has a smaller army, and fewer heroes. He does have higher hero levels and the capacity to build more units, whereas TeD is going to take him a while too. He's putting up 3 ziggurats now, and TeD, not much gold in the bank. There certainly is a lot of time to build up some gold. TeD now TPing in. Will viOlet be able to get away, or will the slowing effect on this raider be enough? Looks like TeD TP'd in a nice position, very defended, allowing all his range units to do something, and the Tinker now keeping his Orb of Darkness. It's a bit surprising, really. I guess it's not too crazy, but I think it'd be nice if he could sell, but what a crazy back and forth game we've had. I think maybe viOlet in a bit of a better position now. He needs to not fight in TeD's base and he'll be okay. And you know, it looks like we do. Oh no, that's a skeleton. I thought TeD might have been going for a crazy expansion there, but TeD just being so good with his map awareness. Now chasing viOlet away a bit. Obviously viOlet no intention of fighting against TeD on the Blight, and it looks like TeD continuing to do this harassment. It's not a big thing, but it just sort of keeps viOlet on his toes. It means that he has to constantly be bringing peons into these burrows that could be getting lumber. Generally, you don't put gold ones in there just because that gold is just so valuable to you, and I mean, if you have too little lumber, you can always buy items. If you have too little gold, there's really not too much you can do. And the Blade Master now going to come in yet again. Maybe going to buy another Snapper? No, it looks like he's just going to go. You're just checking to see what was up with TeD's play. And TeD now coming in with a Destroyer push here. I think this could be his big push, because I just don't see him having too big an army after this if he can't do a lot of damage with this push right now. And TeD, ooh, looks like viOlet actually going for the counterattack now. Going to try and take out this back citadel, and TeD now TPing in. And will he be able to actually get any kills off here? No, it looks like it was a defensive TP yet again. I think an offensive TP would have been very nice. Dust being used, revealing that Blade Master who's still flush on level 5 because he hasn't got any kills in a while. Coil going off on that raider immediately to do a bit of damage, and because of that, but Death Knight does have a whole lot of mana, you can't sort of afford it. A couple of peons being brought up here, but this camp hasn't been crept out yet, so I'm not sure what their plan is. Particularly unless they're going to set up some towers in advance. Obviously, TeD actually left that one pocket factory there. It's a nice choice there, just to do a bit of damage and to completely shut down viOlet's mining for a little bit of time. Though there is only 390 golds left in that mine, and TeD actually doing a bit of creeping now. A bit of a bad time to be doing some creeping, and this one fiend actually being caught here, and looks like, oh wow, that fiend being focused down so quickly. And this Tinker needs to have frost armor used. Finally does, but it has actually at low hit points already. A very nice play. That Tinker being taken down by a huge critical strike from that really buff Blade Master who is forced to use his Invuln pot. And viOlet with just so many units, so many raiders, and so many headhunters, and now TeD just in such a bad position, getting his lich just caught out completely. Did get a couple fiends around it, so it's a bit harder to be focused down, but eventually that Blade Master comes in and TeD says GG, and what an amazing game there by both players. TeD really looked like he had it in that middle of the portion after viOlet had a good start, but viOlet just managed to pull it back there. Actually, I really like his sapper use. We don't see that much, but it's just so strong, especially considering you know that the undead is going to be walling off like that. So I very much hope you enjoyed that. I very much hope you enjoyed the very slightly higher quality, and I'll see you guys shortly for another game. Thank you, folks.